some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Room here to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
That is caught by Cohen. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Carlson on for the PAT. And that will make this a 16-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Clay Brooks to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. 16-0. That's the score after one on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. On the move to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Here's Wilson to throw. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. 107 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. It's Fields. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Play action. Now Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They go play action now. Wilson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Wilkerson. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Fields on 3rd down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Carlson down to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Clay Brooks to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charlie. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, get 2 first downs. Help yourself with field position and help your defense out.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Trying to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A huge play there for Chicago. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. Off play action, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down now, it's Montgomery. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Fields now to throw. Flush to his right. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Wilson going to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 119 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On 1st down, it's Fields. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On second down, here's Barkley. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They go play action with Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up fourth down now. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Fields. Being chased out left. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell for the extra point. it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when goes to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But listen, when you got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They find some open field here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Clay Brooks to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense. That entire team, but really this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Complete to Hilton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. To throw is Fields. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Carlson now to add the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Clay Brooks to return it. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
For McCole Hardman, I mean, he was the only guy with 2 of the top 10 fastest runs in all of 2019, and he's showing that that was no fluke. He was moving there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
Quick throw here to Hilton. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
One play action, Fields.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
2nd and 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Boswell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space.
236 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Wilkerson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
2nd and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And now here's a carry heading left. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Steelers 35.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Clay Brooks to return it. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it.
And he works free. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears,
a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down.
and now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh,
this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9.
and they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.